My name is Anna. I am 23 years old. I live in a big city now. I was in college, but I did not like it. The work was too hard and I felt bored every day. I decided to leave college. My parents were very angry about my decision. They wanted me to finish my studies and get a good career. They told me they will not give me money anymore. This meant I had to pay for my own apartment and my own food. I felt worried. I did not have much money. I felt alone in the big city. I needed a job, but I did not want a difficult job. I wanted life to be easy. I thought maybe my beauty could help me. Why should I work hard when I can be pretty? Hard work means many years of studying and stress. I did not want stress. I wanted nice clothes, a big house, and expensive cars. I decided that I will use my looks to find a rich man. This man would give me the easy life I wanted. I needed money fast, so I found a simple job at a big expensive hotel. I stood behind the front desk every day. I had to smile and say hello to the guests. I watched the people who came into the hotel. They were all very rich. Most of the guests were young men, but one man was different. He came into the hotel often. He was old, maybe 60 years old. He always wore a dark suit. He always had a gold watch on his wrist. His car was long and black. This man was truly rich. I did not care that he was old. I cared only about his money and the life he could give me. One afternoon, the old rich man walked toward the front desk. He did not look at the computer on the desk, but he looked only at me. This was my big chance. I stood up and fixed my hair. I wanted him to see my beauty. I knew the old man was interested in me. I had read about men like him. They liked pretty young girls. They had money and they liked to spend it on women who pleased them. The rich man's name was John. He came closer to the front desk. He said, "You are very pretty." I smiled. I began to flirt with him right away. I told him that I only liked men who were strong, smart, and successful in business. John did not talk much, but he kept looking at my face. He put his hand into his coat pocket and pulled out a white card. The card had his name and phone number on it. He put the card on the desk and said, "Come to my house tonight. I want to talk to you more." My heart beat fast. I felt excited, but I also felt strange. I did not feel any love for John, but I thought about the money he had. I picked up the card from the desk. I looked at John and said, "Yes, I will certainly come to your house tonight." I went to John's house that night. His house was very big. Every room was full of expensive things. John smiled at me. He asked me if I wanted a drink, and I said yes. I sat there looking at the luxury. John returned with 2 drinks. He sat very close to me on the sofa. He picked up a small box from the table. He opened it. Inside the box was a shiny silver necklace. It looked very expensive. John said, "This is for you, Anna." I felt so happy. I took the necklace from the box and put it around my neck. I said, "Thank you, John. I felt like a very rich woman. Later, John kissed me. When he touched me, I felt strange. His skin felt old and dry. But I closed my eyes and focused only on the gift he gave me. I spent the night with him in his bed. He told me that I made him feel young again, but I did not care about his feelings. The next morning, I woke up in the big bedroom. I did not want to go back to the small hotel job. I thought I must stay here. I will be John's wife. Then this house and this money will be mine forever. I walked to John. I said, "John, I want to talk to you about us." John looked at my face. I said, "I want to be your woman. I do not want to leave this house. I want to be your wife. I want to stay with you always." John began to laugh. He laughed like I had told him a funny joke. I felt confused. Why was he laughing at me? John stopped laughing and looked at me with cold eyes. He said, "Anna, you are a very pretty girl, but you must not dream so big. You must understand your place. You had a nice night here. That is all." I felt ashamed. His words hurt me. He never saw me as a future wife. He only saw me as a guest. I felt used. I felt stupid for thinking I could trick a rich man like John. I had made a big mistake. My eyes were full of tears. I left John's big house. I touched the silver necklace around my neck. Yesterday, this gift had felt special. Now, it felt cheap. It felt like payment for a bad night. I had no job, no money from my parents, and no rich boyfriend. I felt very alone. I needed my family. I went to my parents' house. I rang the doorbell. I was afraid they would still be angry. My mother opened the door. She looked surprised to see me. My father stood behind her. His face was serious. They did not smile at all. My eyes filled with tears. I looked at both of them. I said, "I am sorry. I had made big mistakes. I had left college because I was lazy. I had hurt you because I wanted an easy life. My father said, 'We told you that you must work hard, Anna.' I said, 'I know, Father. I did not listen to you, but now I understand everything. The easy life is not real. The easy life made me feel sad and stupid. Please, I want one more chance. I want to go back to college. I want to study again and finish what I started." My mother looked at my father, then wrapped her arms around me in a tight hug. For a moment, the world stood still. My father finally spoke. "We will help you, Anna, but this is your last chance. You have to be serious this time and promise us you'll work hard." I nodded frantically. "I promise. I'll study every single day. I'll never look for a shortcut again." They let me inside, and our home felt like the safest place on earth. Going back to college was strange. I was so far behind, but I knew I had to work harder than ever. My parents helped with my books and fees, and I was determined to pay them back with good grades and, more importantly, with better choices. I started studying every day, no longer trying to look pretty for anyone. My world became about textbooks and learning. Sometimes I'd remember John, his big house and his fancy cars. But then I'd also remember the way he laughed when I asked him to be my husband. All the expensive gifts he gave me now sit in a small box, untouched. They're a constant reminder that beauty isn't everything. To support myself, I got a job at a small coffee shop. My parents were so happy to see me focused and driven. They could tell I had changed. I finally understood that I didn't need a man to save me. I was saving myself, working hard every single day to become a strong, independent woman. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories.